Hi there, my name is Derek Dallas. I'm going to be going over the basics of using Cobra for your content management in my class CIS 152 Web Design 1, so that you can basically get a feel for how things are going. Now you're going to have access to that by going to myparkland.edu. And when you go here, you're going to have to log in using your Parkland 1 credentials, meaning you're going to be able to put in your first initial, last name, and then you're going to be creating a password that you can use. Once you do that, you're going to get access to a lot of different information. You're going to be going to the Cobra Learning page, and there is where you're going to want to search for the class that you've enrolled in. So for instance, if you were taking classes, you will have your classes show up over here. You're going to click on the link for your classes. Then it's going to take you to the class itself, and where all the course content for that class is going to be organized. Now for my class here in Web Design 1, you're going to want to go to the content page. And the content page is basically going to be an introduction that I have saying, welcome to the class, and follow this particular link to get to the web page, which I'll get to in a minute. You have a lot of options across the top. You have drop boxes where you will be turning in your assignments. And a Dropbox is just going to allow you to upload content like a file. It's going to allow you to turn in your assignments. You'll be using web links a lot, and you can also look at your grades. You can also see a class list. You can also send email and those things. If we go back to the content page, I want you to see this. I've got a web link here. This web link is going to give you access to the actual class schedule, and I'm going to go over that in a separate video, but I do want you to know that the link for that is right here. You can make a shortcut for it in your browser if you want, or whatever you want to do. We will be using Cobra to basically keep track of the grades, so I can see how everyone is doing, and that's where we'll be communicating through Cobra, through the email, and that's where I will be giving you your assignment critiques. Basically, when you do your homework, I'll be talking with you about what you got right, what you got wrong. One of the things that I want you to see is when we follow this, I'm asking you to create a Gmail account for yourself, so that we could, since this is an online class, so that we could have video conversations if you like, or if you like, that's one option. We could have video conversations. We could just communicate with email if you want to. But it just opens up. It's kind of a nice way to see face to face, talk about things, and talk about the projects and what's going on. If you have any questions about anything, you'll want to send me an email. So I'm going to go ahead and look at these for a second. When you are you have the ability to see students. Say you wanted to send me an email, you can click on me, and then we can pull up an email list, and it's going to give you the ability to send an email. You can type in your subject, then hit send, and that should be pretty well all there is to it. You should be able to go and you should be able to see see your grades. If you click on this, you can go and it'll show you the grades for your all the assignments. There are quizzes, there are homeworks that we have. So basically they're called projects. And then we have our final exam, which is basically the big project at the end, which will be a website that you've designed from scratch based on the information that I've given you. So you're going to be using the Cobra content for pretty much everything. So you'll go here, there's quizzes, you'll be able to go and take your quizzes. There's going to be 14 quizzes altogether. I've got my first 5 up and available. So basically we'll be using that for those kinds of things. So it's fairly straightforward. It's not super complicated. I try to keep it as simple as possible. When you do take your quizzes, you are going to be able to take quizzes over again. So you can take quizzes to try to improve your grades. And so you'll also publish all of your final exam will be published through the drop boxes. So each drop box is associated with a project, which will correspond to the project that we have in our on our schedule. So again, if you go to content, we'll look at the link here. We'll open up the class, and then there's going to be a schedule, and from that, the schedule will have links to our projects that we're going to be working on for that particular period of time. And in a separate video, I'm going to go over that with you.